Okay, Vivian Schiller is the executive director at AspenDigital. She's the former CEO of NPR and general manager of the New York Times and has previously worked for both CNN and Discovery, so is best placed to give her views on this deal. And Vivian, you're excited. Do you think there's huge opportunity here?
I think there's huge opportunity. I've been buzzing since I first got wind of it yesterday when the report started to leak. It's just an amazing combination of assets and talent. So I'm thrilled around the world.
And how important is leadership here?
Oh, it's critically important. I mean, first of all, you've got some extraordinary leadership, on both sides, from Zasloff and his deputies, and of course, Jason Kilar. But there's not room for all of them, and so Zasloff certainly has, I think, earned the right to be leading this globally integrated company. He's had a tremendous set of wins over the years, both in terms of most recently streaming with Discovery Plus, acquisitions of sports, even in news, global expansion, shareholder value. I mean, he was it had to be him that's leading this.
And for AT&T, I don't really understand why telco companies really felt the need to make the foray into media or into the media space when you can do the deals, you can bring content in with actually having to pay up for it in its entirety. What do you think? It makes me wonder. I mean, I don't know if a few examples are a trend, but I wonder if this is the end of vertical integration when it comes to media mergers. I mean, the idea that you own everything all along, the supply chain, from literally the pipes all the way to, the IP, the content, because this deal is not a vertical integration. This is the ultimate pure play content horizontal integration of two media behemoths. Yes, they both have streaming services. I think there's a lot for them to learn from each other, but it's about bundling some of the best content. I think that they're going to be the largest, most significant content library of sports, news, entertainment, reality in the world. So I think for like an AT&T, just as Verizon divested, it just didn't make sense for them. It's just not what they know how to do. And AT&T here will, of course, keep a lot of the value via their ownership without being the operator. Yeah, the 71% interest in this is highly valuable, clearly, at this moment. Is this the best way to take on, to your point, a Disney Plus, a Netflix, some of the other challenges out there? Scale, size, options matter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that isn't to say that there's not room for niche media, and there's a lot of niche media, but not when it comes to sort of what we traditionally would call television assets. That just not been successful. That's true when it comes to text and sort of, news, or smaller publishers can be very successful when you're small. But when you're talking about competing with the Disneys and the Apples and the Netflix for people's prime time viewing and their share of pocketbook, you've got to scale. And, both of these were tremendously large properties, but together it's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, news, sport, reality.
Exactly.
Obviously, yeah, it's whatever you pick. Vivian, great to have you with us. Thank you.
Yeah,
Vivian Schiller.
Thanks for having me.
Executive Director at AspenDigital there.